half of the evening, we're going to talk. Jen's going to talk about this something that's been in the news a lot lately, which is, it may be the biggest thing that there is in the news right now, which is the world food crisis. So she's obviously knows a lot about that through her years of work with Y. And in the second half of the evening, accompanied by her stellar Rosetta Trio, she is going to entertain us with some song. So Jen has been involved with Y, with World Hunger Year, all your adult life.
Y was founded in 1975, and it's fitting this general discussion. Are we in a food crisis? Well, we've always been in a food crisis, but land pressures only increase, every year, and that's one of the causes of the food crisis. You have the biofuels, unintended consequences of biofuels policy and energy crunch. You have the increasing corporatization of food supply. And food also looked at as a commodity. It's like food, when it comes down to it, food is not just something to be traded on the stock market. Food is culture. Food is nutrition. I think that when we're talking about food riots, we're probably talking about the notch up from the extremely poor, people who are used to being able to make ends meet a little bit. They have the energy to riot. We all know that it's hard to find nutritious food. Have you ever get into a convenience store and what you want a snack? Have you ever tried to actually obtain nutrition? And in urban areas of the United States, in rural areas, I mean, you can be in Iowa surrounded by fields and floods now, but and you can't find a vegetable. Often in this country, poor people are obese because they're only able to afford cheap calories. They have enough food to survive, but their bodies are, they're dealing with premature heart disease, diabetes, with all kinds of sicknesses that come from our food crisis, really. Start by buying food that doesn't have a package. It makes you realize, it's like, okay, there's not really a zucchini lobby, and they can't put, they can't wrap around the zucchini, beta carotene and this and that, and no trans fats. And you see how much, and this is a big thing with Michael Pollan, it's like you see how much food has been, put into this whole marketing machine, where it's just like the best kind of food for you. Usually there's no claims to be made on the label. There's no fancy advertising. It's just, I know.
Heaven forfend.
I know. Colonialism is a big part of the story of all of this, and the relationships and resource extractions and violence and land apportionment, reapportionment that happened over the past 500 years in the developing world is, if you want to talk about one thing that's behind the food crisis, that's the colonialism and the attitudes of colonialism that persist to this day.